Okay, let's go ahead and call tonight's meeting to order. Let's have the roll call.
Kessler,
Here.
Walters,
Here.
Rardon,
Here.
Ewert. Here. Benner,
Here.
Harton, Crum,
Here.
Thompson.
Here.
Tonight's invocation will be given by Councilman Martin.
Father, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for keeping your hand upon all of our staff and all of our city employees. Father, we just pray that you be with us in this meeting tonight, that it would go the way and talk about the things that would be pleasing to you. In your precious name, amen.
Pledge allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, presentation and approval of minutes May 10, 2021. Discussion.
Make a motion we approve the minutes of May 10th, 2021.
Second.
Motion second, approve the minutes May 10, 2021. Discussion. Question.
Kessler,
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Rardon.
Yes.
Ewert,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Citizens be heard, we have none on the agenda. Approval, license, and bond, we have nothing on the agenda. And introduction of ordinance and resolutions, we have an ordinance amending Chapter 17, Article 3, Section 17-358 of the Code of Haysville, Kansas regarding the park shelter rentals fees. You got the memo that Angie's put together. Whether you wanted to go ahead and actually present anything else, Angie?
I can answer any questions.
Okay. Mr. Kessler?
Why the increase? I know some of them are going from $25 to $50 increase or doubling. Some are going from 50 to 75. Hometown market areas go from $50 to $100. So why the increase?
So we did do a study of other cities, but also thinking about the time that it takes for going out and cleaning and getting the properties ready when they are rented out, and then maintenance to help kind of offset a little bit of that since they're the ones using the properties. That was the logic behind it.
I know we're trying to keep prices down and, trying to, suggestion of doing away with the insurance and stuff like that. I'd just like to see us, keep the cost down, to keep the Haysville citizens able to rent these facilities out.
Okay. Other discussion, Council? Ms. Ewert?
What did we charge before for the town market, hometown market? Went at 50?
50.
Why go up 50?
For
Just
the-
curious.
For that one, most of the people that would be using it in theory would be people who are trying to then offer items for sale
Right, make
to make a
money.
business of it, make money off of it.
Okay.
That's why that one had the largest jump.
Okay, but how many people have signed up at that $100? Are the same ones signing up that we've had in the past?
I don't believe we rent that one very often, so. I didn't check how many times that one's rented. I don't know if anybody knows.
I only know the one time a year that it normally gets rented. That's the only thing I can think of. And that's the bike swap.
Okay.
Other discussion, or what would you like to do with this ordinance, Council? Discussion?
I'll just mention again, I don't care for it, because I like to get the cost down so people continue to use the city facilities instead of looking, elsewhere.
Other council? In, Mr. Crum?
I guess I would kind of like to kind of monitor it this summer and fall as it gets rented out and kind of keep track of how often it's used and how much time we're actually using to clean it up. Maybe look at an increase and maybe not have the increase be quite so much.
Mr. Walters?
Basically saying the same thing.
Someone wanna make a motion to table?
I'll make a motion that we table this until a study can be done after sometime, table it until sometime,
September.
sometime after October.
Okay, so we have a motion to table and a second till sometime after October. Question?
Kessler,
Yes.
Walters,
Yes.
Varden,
Yes.
Ewert,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Board notifications, government body, any communications? Mr. Crum?
Library Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Not coming up for me. There we go. Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and closed Sunday, that is the library. They are starting to have more activities going on at the library, which is nice because I actually get a calendar again now to tell me activities are going on. June 1st, they will be having a summer movie matinee, Disney's Robin Hood. On those matinees and the different movie nights that they have at the library, you do have to get in ahead of time because they have a limit on how many people can be in there. You can go to their Facebook page or to their web page and click on a link to sign up for those. Then at June 2nd at 10 a.m., they have a Mad Science live performance at Riggs Park. On June 8th, they have another movie matinee, The Secret Life of Pets. On the 12th, there's gonna be a book sale. The Friends of the Library are gonna be having a book sale. And then there's another movie matinee, The Secret Life of Pets 2, will be on June 15th. That was all for the library. Then the last meeting I mentioned about the summer meal program that starts June 1st. It's going to run June 1st to July 29th. You can pick up meals at Campus High School, Nelson Elementary, or Haysville Middle School, Monday through Thursday. Breakfasts are from 7 to 8:30. Lunches are from 11 to 1. And Jan had asked me at the last meeting whether or not you had to get the meals to go. Basically, this summer, you'll get a choice. If you want to eat the meals at those 3 locations, you can, or you can get them to go. As of right now, through June, if you go to lunch on Thursdays from 11 to 1, you can also pick up meals, a breakfast and a lunch for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Right now, that's just promised through June. They're hoping it will continue through July, but right now, that's just through June. But again, that's breakfast from 7 to 8:30, lunches from 11 to 1, Monday through Thursday, and at Campus High School, Nelson Elementary, and Haysville Middle School, and it's for anybody 1 to 18. So it doesn't have, you don't have to go to that school, it doesn't matter, just 1 to 18 in the community. You can get a free lunch and a free breakfast at those 3 locations.
Good. Other announcements, council? Item B, we have a memo on a new business, Epic Auction. C is a thank you card from Dr. Burke. And D is email from the Cox Communication. Nothing for old business. Other business, we have the consideration of the farm lease. This is on the 30 acres that is down by the rodeo grounds, just off of the 95th Street. Same farmer, we just raised his price. Mr. Crum?
Well, I make a motion that we approve the farm lease as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the farm lease as presented. Discussion? Question?
Kessler,
Yes.
Walters,
Yes.
Varden,
Yes.
Ewert,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Department reports. Will?
Georgie has one.
Georgie?
Evening, Mayor and Council, just want to remind everyone the hometown market will be open up on Saturday, June 5th. Hours are 8 to noon over in the Historic District. So,
Angie?
City offices will be closed on Monday, May 31st for Memorial Day.
Chief?
as always, will be open on Memorial Day. Our visiting officer tonight is Master Police Officer Galvez. Miguel Galvez, he's out here. He's currently on our night shift, so say hi to him as you go by out there. Also, just wanted to remind everybody to buckle up. Click It or Ticket is running through Memorial Day, and we're just encouraging everybody to make sure you buckle your safety belt every time you get in the car. We have extra officers out on KDOT grant money for overtime, so they're out there and they're doing that increased enforcement to make sure everybody's being safe. Also wanted to mention curfew real quick, since school is getting out pretty soon. So kids will be out a little bit more. Just a reminder, 15 and under, curfew is between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. Sunday through Thursday. On Friday and Saturday, it's midnight to 6 a.m. if you're 15 or under. 16 and 17, it's midnight to 6 a.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. on Friday and Saturday if you're 17 or 16. Either one of those two. Finally, there was some issues with some door-to-door sales here in the last few days, so just wanted to mention that the list of approved persons that have door-to-door sales permits is on our website, so go there to look at it. Also wanted to remind everybody that if somebody is an approved vendor, they will have a copy of their license on them that's required by the ordinance. So if you ask them for their copy of their permit, they don't have one, probably not supposed to be out there doing that. They know better. They're told when they get the permit that they have to have it with them. If you're unsure or somebody's acting shady and you just think something's wrong, by all means call 911. We'll come out and check them out. That's what we're here for. So we go out and check out suspicious people all the time. So it's not a problem. Just call us and let us know. We'll go check them out. And if they're not supposed to be here, we'll make sure they're on their way. So that's all I have. Thanks.
Thank you. Tony?
Citywide cleanup will be held at Public Works on June 5th. The times will be 8 a.m. to noon. We'll take our normal stuff, construction debris, limbs, metal, and concrete. I want to particularly call out, we will not take tires or mattresses. So June 5th, 8 to noon. Thank you.
And Rob?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Starting this Thursday, May 27th, from 11 to 1, we will start our Food Truck Thursdays out here in front of City Hall. This week's truck is taters and toppings. And then on Saturday, the Haysville pool will open and the hours will be from 1 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. daily.
Thanks. Appointments. A, Colonel Brown to the Library Board for the remaining term. Mr. Crum, question?
I make a motion that we have you appoint Carolyn Brown to the library board for the remainder of the term.
Second.
Motion second to approve the appointment of Colonel Brown. Discussion? Question?
Kessler.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Warden.
Yes.
Ewart.
Yes.
Benner.
Yes.
Crum.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Item 9, off agenda citizens. Anything? Anywhere? Or one was not a citizen? Item 10, executive session, nothing. Item 10, bills to be paid. Ms. Seaver?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion that we pay the second half of May bills.
Second.
Motion second, approve second half of May bills. Discussion? Question?
Kessler.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Warden.
Yes.
Ewart.
Yes.
Benner.
Yes.
Crum.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Item A, council concerns. Council? Mr. Crum?
I was messaged, and I believe they said they also sent this to Tony, so Tony, can you verify whether or not it's true or not, that right now in our city ordinance, where we talk about fishing, we do not have Warner Parks Lake listed on that yet. Are we planning on getting that done?
Next time we redo ordinances, we'll put them in there.
Okay. And I did notice, actually, while I was reading the ordinance, that they talk about you can't seine or be doing the shore net fishing.
Right.
I bet in the last week, I've seen 3 different people doing that at Riggs Park. Is that something that maybe we need to post somewhere? By the parks, by the ponds?
There's seining.
Were they pulling fish or disc golf discs? Or both?
I'm pretty sure they were pulling fish.
They're pulling fish, because one time, in fact, as I called Tony when he was on vacation, I came by there. The guys were literally standing on a bank, throwing out nets, and then pulling them up, and then pulling fish out, and then putting them in 5-gallon buckets. So,
Yeah, and where I saw, the 2 times I've seen them do it, they're not anywhere near where the disc would be going.
Was posting it really gonna do any good?
Well, I mean, maybe they're doing it because they think they can. I mean,
Maybe they
Right, I
have
don't
a
know.
big fish fry somewhere.
From what I understand, it's against state law to be able to cast a net for fishing.
Yeah, it's-
And I
Yeah,
can't
it
remember,
is.
Yeah, it's against state laws, yeah.
But that's why I understand it. So we found with like laws or rules around a lake or a park, signs, if they're gonna break it, they're gonna break it, whether
Okay.
there's a sign there or not.
so if we see somebody doing that again, just call
I'm
911.
surprised they're doing it during the day.
The last time, I saw one doing it yesterday at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Usually they do it under the
Sure, they were
cover of
throwing a
darkness.
net and not using a net.
Oh, he was throwing that.
Well,
I have-
They usually use those
Yeah.
to get bait fish.
I guess we
Yeah,
can
that's
run
what I was
that,
gonna say.
can we run those parks a little better and see if we get
We
somebody?
can, yeah. Animal control in particular watches out for that during the day, so yeah,
Okay.
we'll make sure we're watching for it.
We're gonna put some information here on in the next week or week after about fishing in the parks and everything, just with summer. It's one of our topics that's coming up, so.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Benner,
I had a person contact me about the condition of the turf on the infield at Plagens Carpenter Park. And I went over there to take a look at it for myself, and it was locked, and I didn't have the energy to hop the fence. So I was not able to verify that in person. But he was asking about, had there ever been any discussion about putting artificial turf on the infield? As I understand it, it was the big field only. But he said that the condition of it was getting pretty bad. His word was unsafe, but I didn't verify that.
no one's using it, is there? Campus use it?
Did he say it was on the field number one, the big field that he was
That's what
concerned
I
about?
understood him to say.
Do you know who it was, or can you divulge later who it was?
I know his first name, I'll divulge it later too.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay, we can see what it is. We'll check it.
Thank you.
Mr. Walters?
Yes, I had an individual with a concern, well, more of a question about Main Street. Before I mention it, though, I do want to say thank you to you for your strong effort in keeping the businesses open, not letting Main Street closed. With that in mind, his question was in accessing the senior center, because that street there, Carla, you cannot turn right going north, and you cannot turn left going south. And my understanding, if you go through the parking lot, it's a possible $200 fine. So I'm wondering, how do you get to the housing or to the senior center? What's our plan for that?
So the driveway approaches and the Carla Drive was in 2 phases for the east side. So they laid out a plan to pour each phase, phase 1, which is that they've done now. The concrete, once it's cured, has to sit for 10 days. And then they'll move on to the second phase, which will be the second phase of Carla. Now, the width of Carla is not enough to get 2 lanes of traffic through there safely. So there's really not many options other than going around city streets to get to the senior center, unfortunately, right now.
Okay, so you're basically saying for the next 2 weeks or so, you need to go down to Grand, over to
Boffman.
Coleman or someplace, and then back up through.
Delos.
For Delos, for Boffman, or any of those over there.
Come in from the east.
Is there should we put out some kind of a detour for that? I mean, the ones that were using it, several of them were from out of town. And I realized they had kind of a grant, if you will, to avoid, or not pay attention to that sign, if you will. In other words, to be forgiven.
Right.
But many people may be coming in, and how do you get to there?
I mean, we could like that, make it some social media posts, if that's helpful to put out there, a detour. We've tried to direct this construction to not be hard for people to get around, whether you know Haysville or not know Haysville. And kind of just, this one kind of broke down to where the width of the lane can only get 2 lanes of traffic through there.
I drove through there, I know it was very tight.
And I know you're mentioning, about maybe tickets being written. I'm not sure if that was just information that these people had that you can be ticketed for doing that.
I also understood the chief may have been very lenient on this regard lately.
That's correct.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So yes, I guess it's about a 2 mile round to get to it. to let people know, maybe media would be one way to help them know, and to let them know it's only this much time
Right.
because of the issues.
Yeah, we can absolutely do that.
Appreciate that.
Just hope stops raining.
Thank you.
People can get out through there, but it's the turning coming
Yeah,
north and
can't
south.
get in.
Right.
I noticed the one going north said no right turn. I haven't come in the other way.
Yeah, well, like, you can't turn it either way.
And there's no left turn
No.
coming from the north.
Yeah. And the issues being, you know, if 2 lanes of traffic is right there, people that live in that area are used to taking up that entire north lane. And we don't want, Chief would probably speak on this, we don't want somebody doing that and somebody turning in there, next thing you know, have head-on collisions.
Sure.
But we can definitely advertise that, you know, this is short term. The concrete for that drive was poured last week, so we're already counting down 10 days. And then we've already been pushing hard for them to get the other side tore out, lay the concrete, so we'll get those 10 days up and quick and everything open up to normal traffic.
Okay, do you have an estimated date that you think that it'll be open?
Well, looking at the clouds every day, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I know tomorrow they're looking at starting to lay curb right now is their plan. They had a lot of their concrete guys here this morning, then to start sprinkling, so they went home. But that is one aspect of this project that we were pushing every single day is the driveways, the approaches, and the entries to side streets like this.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Other concerns, Council? Seeing none, we'll go
I
to,
got one.
you have one? Okay.
Hey, I'm sorry, I raised my hand like I was in school. Chief, this is for you. Thursday's the last day of school for
Yes.
students. Is there gonna be more officers out to kind of watch the park over there at Riggs? Cause you know, the middle school kids and,
Yep, we do have extra officers that'll
Okay.
watch over there in the park.
yeah,
So
I
it's
just
just
worry
options.
about the younger children and getting out and how the older kids kind of hang around in that area.
Yeah, and we have had an officer over there after school. Every day, somebody gets assigned over there that's over there in the park and does nothing but the park after school. So
That's a good deal. Thank you.
it'll continue when school's done.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that. To go along with that too, for people driving, Thursday school's out and it's only a half a day. So you're gonna see a lot of kids out late morning to, elementary's get out at 11:45, they're the last one. So middle will get out a little bit before that and campus a little bit before that, so. Just keep an eye out for the littles, cause they're gonna be excited. They're ready to go home and start break, so.
Yeah.
So are the teachers.
Council action request updates, there's a larger list here. I guess, Tony, you want to go through?
I have a few extra updates than what was put on the packet for you. So 7217 South Broadway, the vehicle has been removed. The case is considered closed. 7356 South Broadway, have a new update. The owner has moved the wrecked car. The owner has stated they will spray the all-weather surface, and we'll continue to have this on there until it's completed. 1420 East Cottonwood Lane, the recycle bin has been removed from the street. Code enforcement will continue to monitor it. I think it's one of the items that it kind of pops up and goes at times. The third garage west of Pleasant is actually 228 Sunflower. We have sent a notice to that homeowner and actually spoke with them in person. We've instructed them that the boat is to be moved to an all-weather surface, and in the inoperable truck will be removed, and the all-weather surface under the El Camino will be sprayed. That will still stay on the council action request until it's completed. 346 Western will be published in the newspaper this week with abatement scheduled for June 1st. We've not got any communication back from the homeowner on that one. 515 Wire, a violation notice was mailed to the homeowner, and we'll follow up once it's acknowledged. Thank you.
Mayor,
Anyone?
we
What?
had one announcement that we missed that Rob needs to cover.
Too late.
Sorry,
Too late.
before you say,
On June 5th, we'll have Kids Parks Day in Dorner Park from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So come out and play games, fly kites, to the new park.
thank you.
So we would not want the kids not to the park and know about it. Adjournment.
Mayor, council, make a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Second.
Motion second to adjourn. Discussion. Question.
Kessler.
Yes.
Baldwin.
Yes.
Barton.
Yes.
Ewert.
Yes.
Benner.
Yes.
Crum.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.